Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video, I'm going to explain you the fifth lesson from Flamingo, that is Indigo. Indigo lesson was written by Louis Fisher. He was born in Philadelphia. He served as a volunteer in the British Army between 1918 and 1920. Fisher made a career as a journalist and wrote for the New York Times, the Saturday Review, and for European and Asian publications. He was also a member of the faculty at Princeton University. The following is an excerpt from his book, The Life of Mahatma Gandhi. He had written a book called The Life of Mahatma Gandhi. From that book, our present lesson, Indigo, had been extracted. Actually, here Louis Fisher visited Gandhi before he wrote this book and then asked, Sir, how is it possible for you to send away the British people? Then Gandhi had explained him how it was possible. Let's get into the video. Yes, what is the introduction part? Gandhi went to South Africa to deal with a merchant's case and fought for the liberation of even the black South Africans. The black Africans got right to vote in 1894 because of Gandhi's fighting. Finally, he came back to India in 1915 and joined in Indian National Congress. When he attended the annual convention in 1916, he told about an Indian peasant named Rajkumar Shukla. Who is this Rajkumar Shukla? Let us see. Once Shukla visited Gandhi and requested him to visit his district of Champaran. Gandhi had never heard the name. As he had to visit the other parts of India, he neglected Shukla, but he followed Gandhi everywhere. Once he even visited him at his ashram in Sevagram. Then Gandhi was impressed by the peasant's determination, tenacity, and told him a day, yeah, I have to visit so and so places and please meet me on that particular day. Then I will come and go to your place, like that he said. Yes, the D-Day had come and Gandhi reached Patna first to visit Babu Rajan Prasad. I think you know Babu Rajan Prasad, the then lawyer and the future president of India. This is what Rajan Prasad's pick. By the time Gandhi reached his house, Rajendra Prasad was not there at home. His servants had not allowed Gandhi to enter into their house, thinking that he was an untouchable. He was not even allowed to draw water from the well. That means in those days you can see the untouchability. And then Gandhi visited Muzaffarpur. Yeah, Gandhi telegrammed J.B. Kripalani, who once a student of Tagore's Shantiniketan. He visited Muzaffarpur by midnight, 15th April 1917. Kripalani was waiting at the station with a large body of students. Gandhi stayed there for 2 days in the house of a Professor Malkani, a teacher in a government school. Gandhi remarked that it was nice that a government teacher had given him shelter, because he said like that because the government employees were afraid of giving shelter to Indian supporters, especially the advocates like Gandhi. Yes, Gandhi's arrival had become a great news for all the peasants of that particular area and came to speak to Gandhi. He had held a meeting with all the lawyers in that particular area and finally told them that the peasants must not go to courts for justice because it's a waste of their time and money. He also told them that the peasants must be free from the fear of Britishers. Then, on coming to that particular area, Gandhi inquired about these problems of Champaran peasants, and then he came to know what he came to know. Yes, this is what the problem of Champaran peasants. Under the ancient arrangements, means from the old age, most of the agricultural land was divided into estates owned by Englishmen and worked by Indian farmers in that particular estates. The chief commercial crop was indigo. The landlords forced all the farmers to plant 3/20th or 15% of their holdings with indigo and surrender the entire indigo harvest as rent. This was done by long-term agreement. I think you understood this agreement. Each farmer is given 20 acres. In that 20 acres, people must grow 3 acres indigo, and the remaining 17 acres, the farmers can grow any crop, and that's their own. But the 3%, that is 3 acres land, indigo crop should be given to the Britishers as rent. Okay, that was the agreement. It was made on the basis of long term. It was okay for 2 or 3 years, but later the landlords learned that Germany had developed synthetic indigo, which had become cheaper. So the landlords obtained the agreements from the peasants and told them to pay rent instead of indigo crop. Some peasants agreed and some peasants did not agree. Such people who had not agreed gone to law courts. Later, all the peasants came to know about the synthetic indigo and revolted against them and asked for the refund. But the Britishers had hired some thugs who had beaten our peasants severely. Thus, Shukla came to Gandhi for solution. That is how he came to this area. And Gandhi reached Tirhat area. So first he went to Patna, next he came to Muzaffarpur, and now he reached Tirhat area. Yes, what had he done in the Tirhat area? He began by trying to get the facts. First, he visited the secretary of the British Landlords Association. The secretary told him that they could give no information to an outsider. But Gandhi answered, I am not an outsider. Next, Gandhi met the British official commissioner of the Tirhat area or the division in which the Champaran district lay. The commissioner of that particular British official commission proceeded to tease and advise him to leave Tirhat immediately. He said that, so who you came to get the information, I'm not going to give your information and you have to leave this area immediately, otherwise the consequences will be severe, like that he had warned him. But Gandhi did not leave. Instead, he proceeded to Motihari, the capital city of Champaran. Like that, you see here, first Patna, next Muzaffarpur, next Tirhat, next Motihari, after that Champaran. That is what his plan. So, after reaching here in Motihari, so many lawyers came to support Gandhi and the sharecroppers visited Gandhi for help. At this point, Gandhi wanted to visit a peasant who was ill-treated by the landlords. He came to know that. Then Gandhi was summoned to attend in the court. Why? Let us see. When Gandhi was going on an elephant to visit the peasant and to comfort him, he was stopped by the British messenger and served him with a notice that he must leave Champaran immediately. Gandhi signed the note and wrote on it, I disobey it. That means, I don't leave, he said. Then he was sent summons to attend in the court. Immediately he was sent, yes, and so date you have to attend in the court. Like that, summons were sent to Gandhi. He wrote letters to Rajendra Prasad to come with some influential lawyers from Bihar. He also wrote letter to his ashram. A large group of people attended the court area to give support to Gandhi. It was the first time that the people came forward having no fear towards the British people. The officials could not proceed without the help of Gandhi, and Gandhi also helped them. Then conflict of duties. What is conflict of duties? And voice of conscience. What is voice of conscience? Let us see. So when these people were unable to proceed with the things, the judge was trying to make it a delay to deliver the judgment. Gandhi objected it and agreed that he disobeyed the orders because there was a conflict of duties. What is the conflict of duties? Clash of thoughts is called conflict of duties. As a lawyer, should he obey the orders of the court or should he serve his nation, the humanitarian nation service? That was the clash here. He came here to help the people, the peasants. But if he leaves that area, what will happen? There will be no justice for the peasants. That's why there was a conflict. As a lawyer, should I accept the court orders or should I help my people? So finally, what he had done? Finally, he listened to his voice of conscience, right? He listened to his voice of conscience, inner conscience, which compelled him to help his nation and humanitarian service. That is why he disobeyed the orders. Thus, he agreed that he had done the mistake and asked for penalty. Okay, sir, I did the mistake. Then tell me the penalty, he said. He refused to take bail even for 2 hours. Finally, the judge declared that the judgment would be given after some days. Until then, Gandhi was left free. After this incident, Gandhi held a meeting with all the lawyers like Brij Kishore Babu, Maulana Mazharul Haq, and several other prominent lawyers had arrived from Bihar. They held a meeting with Gandhi. After much deliberation, then Gandhi asked one question actually, what's that? See, if I am put in the jail, what would you do? Then they said, what will we do, sir? We came here to help you and to suggest you or to advise you. If you are put in the jail, what shall we do? So we'll go home. Like that he said. But Gandhi asked, then what about the justice for the peasants then? So there was some deliberation among all the lawyers, and finally they came. They told Gandhi that, yes, sir, they were ready. We are also ready to go to jail for the sake of peasants, he said. Yes, you see, after much deliberation, they told Gandhi that they were ready to go to jail for the sake of peasants. Then Gandhi assured them that they would win the battle of Champaran. If they give him some kind of support like that, definitely they are going to win the battle. He had assured them. After some days, he received a letter from the magistrate that the case had been withdrawn against him. This was the first success of civil disobedience. Gandhi and the lawyers now proceeded to conduct a far-flung inquiry into the grievances, means complaints of the farmers. That area was full with all the activities of investigations and all the protests of landlords and all. That was really some kind of tensed atmosphere. And then what happened? Gandhi had a meeting with Lieutenant Governor. How was it? Let us see. In June, Gandhi was summoned to Sir Edward Gate, the Lieutenant Governor of that particular zone. Gandhi had 4 long interviews with the Lieutenant Governor, who, as a result, appointed an official commission of inquiry into the Indigo sharecroppers' solution or the situation. So yeah, after that interview only that Lieutenant Governor had arranged one commission. Yes, the commission finally revealed that the landlords had done the mistake and they must refund the peasants. But how much? That was the question. In the beginning, they thought that Gandhi would ask for full repayment, but he asked only 50 percentage, and he seemed strong at this point. He was strong at 50 percentage. Everybody thought that yes, he would accept only for 50 percentage. But the landlords were ready to pay only 25 percentage, and Gandhi agreed to it. Yes, the landlord said we will pay only 25%. And Gandhi also agreed to it. And immediately everybody shocked. And then one of them asked, hey, why did you accept it for that? Then Gandhi explained. He explained that the amount of the refund was less important than the fact that the landlords had been obliged to surrender part of their money and with it part of their prestige. He had explained them. You think that 25% is very less. The first thing is they accepted to give 25 percentage. At the same time, they are not only giving that money, they are also giving a part of their prestige. This is what the beginning of our success, like that he had explained. Yes, everybody accepted. And after that episode, the landlords slowly left that area, and then the land came into the farmer's hand as usual. Thus, Gandhi had become very successful and almost he stayed there for 1 year. Yes, Gandhi concentrated on social backwardness. Let us see here. Gandhi was not satisfied with the political and economical conditions. He saw the cultural and social backwardness in the Champaran villages and wanted to do something about it immediately. So he studied what is the main reason for social and cultural backwardness. Then he thought that yes, education is the main weapon. He thought. Firstly, he wanted to improve education, so he requested some volunteers like Mahadev Desai and Narhari Parikh, 2 young men who had just joined Gandhi's as disciples and their wives to teach. So Narhari Parikh, and Mahadev Desai and some other young men and their wives came forward, and nearly 6 schools were established, and there he served. And after that, secondly, he concentrated on health conditions. He requested some doctors to volunteer there and improve the health conditions. There were 3 medicines available in those days, especially castor oil, quinine, and sulfur ointment. Those medicines were given for some kind of diseases like coated tongue or dermatology problems or any malaria fevers and all. Yes. Third point is he concentrated on the cleanliness. He had seen that many women were wearing the same sari every day. Then he told Kasturbai to teach them how to be clean. And then maybe that Kasturbai also had visited. After visiting, he had observed their poor condition. And then thus Gandhi had concentrated on the problems of millions and became successful. Not only that, he had concentrated here the problems of these people, but he had also concentrated on the problems of his ashram. And then he advised them to maintain the trenches, latrine trenches properly, and he had inquired about the accounts and all. Thus, he had kept a distant eye on his ashram also. And the final point in this particular thing is Gandhi taught self-reliance to all the Indians. How? Let us see here. This is just one example only. What is that? In the initial days of Champaran battle, a British pacifist means here a person who believes in peace but not in war, and he was also a devotee of Gandhi named Charles Freer Andrews, came to bid farewell to Gandhi before going on a tour to Fiji Islands. The other lawyers asked his help to succeed in the battle, but Gandhi told them that they should depend on themselves rather than taking help from the British. Thus, Gandhi taught them how to be self-reliant.